Hello, hello. Just getting the last step of the live primed up here. Get it set for public, and we are on our way. Good. Oh, exhausted today. This last couple weeks has just kicked the living stuffings out of me. I'm not feeling very well. I wouldn't say I'm sick. It's just the amount of light that's coming in makes me feel woozy, makes me feel really ungrounded, makes me feel really uncomfortable in my body, and that I don't want to be here. It's not like a suicidal thought. It's just like, why stay in here? This is just too much. It's like energetic overwhelm. But I'm called to speak from my tiredness, my exhaustion, to explain what I'm feeling, because I'm sure a lot of other people are feeling, and showing that it's not just them, or it's not some illness, or it's not the V or any of those kind of things. So the title of this is, how much light can you hold? So think of our bodies as an energetic projection, like our avatar. It's kind of light projecting out of who we are, what we've defined ourselves with, beliefs, whole bunch of other things all show up in our body. And those have shadows in them, things like thinking you're fat, for example. Let's say in your youth, you were told that you were fat, or you had to be careful and not eat so much, or different things. And basically you get this feeling inside that you're fat. And basically most people diet and other things, and no matter what they do, they can't get out of it. They'll eat little calories, they'll like starve themselves, and it doesn't make any change, because it's all kind of in our psyche, our makeup of who we are. So we'll kind of create a body that's maybe unattractive, looks overweight. A good example of that is, yes, I had that happen in my youth. I gained some weight when I was young, and then from then on, I'm fat, and it's okay. It's part of the process. But in my body, if you look at my body, for example, get on the screen, my arms and legs are muscular and very slim. Even my face isn't that big, but the center core of my body, it has some extra padding in certain spots. And basically that's from a projection of the light, projection of my shadow, saying, okay, I'm not good enough, I'm not whatever. So essentially all these little things that happen, and then it goes into our relationships. It goes into how much money we can make, how successful we are, all these kind of things. These little shadows go in and they kind of dim our light. And this is a progressive process from childhood and infancy. We come in as like bright little beings, and then the whole world kind of builds on top of a whole bunch of traumas, guilt, shames, beliefs, societal conditioning, etc. And it just dims your light. It compacts you so that you're not too much or not too strong for everybody else that would maybe shine too much on them. Have you ever been told you're too much, or you're hard on your sleeve, or those kind of things? That's the light that's inside you trying to burst out. So the process we're going through as awakening beings now is more and more light is coming into our bodies. So we hear about solar flares and ultraviolet and pulsars and all these things that are going on right now that are bombarding our body. And they're basically shining light into all the shadows that we've caked upon ourselves. I'm not good enough, I'm a failure, I did these things, or whatever is the story that's going on inside that kind of shrouds us and shadows us. And this new light comes in and it kind of dissolves all the things. Imagine ultraviolet rays, it dissolves the tarp or the veil or the things they're muting your light. And basically it's trying to get you back to embodying and holding all your light. So we can also have other things where we bypass things. We welcome people into our life that kind of take some of our life force energy, or we freely give it to them in a relationship, and our light gets smaller. And then it's easier, and it's as you're more dense and as you're more cramped down, your heart doesn't open up to shine anymore. So really you're just living in this kind of shroudedness of your life, and then the world cakes on a whole bunch more mud on top through a whole bunch of false beliefs and other things that aren't true. And then you're angry, you're frustrated, things aren't working out, what the hell, blah 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 blah. So all this light is shining in, and it's expanding us now. So like I said, my body's feeling very achy and exhausted now. So my cells and all the stories that are going on the outside kind of have a hold and a tension on everything that's going on inside. And the light's shining in, and it's automatically forcing me to open and spread my chest out and release the stories. And it feels very uncomfortable because now I'm opening my chest more. I'm allowing more breath in. I'm allowing more light to come in and out. And it's starting to break down those things that were crushing me before. So you're going to feel discomfort, muscle pain, achiness, headaches, sore back, sore joints, sore anything where tension was held, because it's trying to expand it. It's like literally in some ways kind of burning away the shadow. Like imagine shadow is like a black goo that's caked on the outside, and you start putting ultraviolet on it, it all dries out. The black goo, the tarry stuff can no longer be pliable, and it starts to crack and it starts to fail and fall off. And as it falls off, more and more light shines in. It's like having mud on the outside. You put some sun on it, eventually the mud gets so hard that every time you move, a little piece of it falls off, and then eventually you're mostly clean. You just kind of wipe off the dust that's on the outside, and all of a sudden you can see your skin again. Think of that shadow that's going on in our life is now having this sun and this light. At the same time, it's love energy. It's God's divine light. It's a whole bunch of factors that are going on to try and push you through your trauma, push you through your blocks, push you through the beliefs. So you just keep cracking open and open and open until you realize that, fuck, my chest was supposed to be open in the first place. Oh, this feels so much better. But before you thought that this was normal, but it's not. So it pushes you open, pushes you open, pushes you open. And at the same time, there's an anxiety that goes with this. There's fear that, holy frick, am I going to explode? My nervous system is like feeling like convulsing inside sometimes because all this new light is coming in and it doesn't know where to do it unless it expands. But we've been living contracted. So you got to breathe and you got to say, okay, I'm expanding. I'm allowing all this new light in. It's not going to explode me. It's going to expand as my skin expands, my cells expand, my projection of who I am expands. And then I take on more and more and more and more of my God light, my part of me that's connected to God. And it can be overwhelming at times because at the same time, it's triggering all these traumas. It's creating all these situations that are going to crack you open to acknowledging who you are. And it's not a bad thing, but it can feel really, really uncomfortable. I've talked about this before, expansion, exhilaration, all these things feel very uncomfortable in the body because we created, or we've been taught that that's to be feared, to be scared. That's the sensation of you're going to die. But it's not. It's the expansion. It's more light going into your body, more and more capability, more and more strength, more and more of your inner energy that you've been just giving away. It's asking you to open to more, taking more godlight, taking more freedom into your life. And it can feel uncomfortable, but eventually it doesn't feel uncomfortable. Eventually it's like, oh, okay, this is me. And maybe I stand up more with my back straight. I have stronger boundaries. I talk about things. I see when people are talking in the shadow and I can feel their intention. And then that light's shining out of me and it's shining into other people. By having conversations like this, speaking of my experience, I'm shining light out. I'm saying there's a better way. It feels uncomfortable to get there, but if you go through it, here's how it feels. Oh, my body's starting to feel looser and less constricted, but it also has that kind of fear sensation, that bubbling sensation. It's kind of like carbonation going through my body, and it's like, what's going on? And all this stuff is coming out of me, but it's releasing stuff that I didn't even know was there, was trapped, was uncomfortable, was frustrating. So Taking on more light is a good thing. Taking on more light is awakening, ascension. It's enlightenment, taking on more light. So taking on light is enlightenment. And as you take on more light, less and less shadow, less and less fear-based stuff, less and less things that are restricting us stay bound to us. And then it feels better. Your heart feels more open. You feel more comfy. But I'll tell you right now, you got to sleep. You got to freaking take time to let that body expand. Give it permission to expand. Lay down and just, oh, I'm letting this into my body instead of fighting it, resisting it, because the resistance is futile. Like the Borg says, the resistance is futile because you came here to become enlightened. This avatar, this human body, doesn't know what it means to be enlightened, doesn't know how it feels to be enlightened, doesn't know any better than the small little thing it's hanging on to. So it's got to hang on to dear life for this old way. But the universe is coming to crack you open and saying, hey, let go of the shore and let's go and let's see all the possibilities. So open to the light, open to that new feeling, open to exhilaration, to be a little bit scared, to go somewhere new. What could be better? And maybe this more light thing is going to speed me on, and then I won't be in struggle for so much longer. So try it. Try it. Let some more light in. Ask God, give permission to your higher self. Say, I want to embody all the light I can. Lay with your arms back like this on the bed, throat open, your knees in butterfly pose. If you know yoga, knees wide open, and just let it all come in. Wash it. Let it wash through you. Say, what the hell is different? I just want to feel better. That's more light coming in. And the quicker we can embody all of our light, the quicker we can be through this, and the quicker all the density goes away. So let's try it and see what happens. I got to go lay down. I'm so tired, so exhausted. As more and more light comes in, I don't know how much more light I can take, but it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And trust me, if you don't let the light in, it'll smash you. It'll make you sick. It'll knock you right down to the point where you'll have no choice but to relax. So just go with it. Go with the flow. Open and say, I allow more light in and I release everything that no longer serves, and breathe. Get some salt salts into your body. Drink lots of water. Get it flushing through your system so all the old toxins can go out. Sometimes you'll get diarrhea. Sometimes you'll get headaches. Sometimes whatever. Just do stuff to relax. Don't just push through it. Don't go hard because you're just closing off and you're distracting yourself. Just let it go through. This is a time of a lot of rest and relaxation because there's so much coming at us. And the quicker you let it through, the quicker you're going to move forward and the quicker you're going to be done. So try this out. How much light are you holding right now? Are you fighting it or are you letting go with it? You'll know the answer. Just ask yourself those questions and you're going to feel much better when you're through it. The planet has to ascend. Everybody's got to go through it, whether we like it or not. You can postpone it as long as you want, but it's going to get way more harsh later, is all I can say. And that's not meant to scare you. It's just saying it's going to come one way or the other. And you've already decided before you came, if you've made it this far, you're going through to ascension. If you haven't, you probably died and went off the planet. And a lot of people are, and that's okay, because this is way more intense than I ever planned. I thought I'd been ascending for a long time. This is 1,000 times worse. This is probably the worst I've felt in months, probably ever. And it's okay. It's part of the process. So anyways, I love you. I thank you for listening. I hope this helps. Put comments on the bottom if you want. And we'll leave you at that. Have a great day. Thank you very much. Love you, love you, love you. And we'll see you tomorrow.